quote was, "The late and noted management scholar Peter Drucker once issues this warning: knowledge constantly makes itself obsolete." What Drucker meant by this was that knowledge was always making itself out of date. Therefore, if someone wanted to be successful, they had to gain the new and adequate knowledge that each new day required. The book briefly discusses Drucker's warning on obsolete knowledge and then goes on to discuss the importance of knowledge management, which is the process through which organizations use technology to share knowledge with one another. In the Harvard Business Review, they go into more detail about Drucker's idea of obsolete knowledge and use 10 pages to explain what the book did in 2 paragraphs. Both the article and the book had the same ideas when referring to Drucker's obsolete knowledge. Knowledge is the key to the future. We must learn something new every day to keep up with success. And now Sierra will discuss organization as a management function.
My article is Informal Networks, the company behind the chart by David Krackhart and Jeffrey R. Hansen. The book says that an informal network is the set of unofficial relationships among an organization's members. To dig a little deeper, I really liked something in the article that said informal structures are the central nervous system to the skeleton, or the formal structure. The book quote says that such an analysis asks people to identify others to whom they turn for help most often, with whom they communicate regularly, and who gives them energy and motivation. The article had sections on the advice network, the trust network, and the communication network. With that being said, the book quote was pulled right out of the article. My favorite quote from the article was that what matters is the fit, whether networks are in sync with company goals. And now Jacob Snyder will tell you about scientific management.
In relation to scientific management, I chose the article 75 Years of Management Ideas and Practice, created by David Sivit of the Harvard Business Review. Within the textbook, I chose the quote, "The principal object of management should be to secure maximum prosperity for the employer, coupled with the maximum prosperity for the employee." To go with that from the article, I chose the quote, "The railroads had introduced principles of hierarchical organization and financial control in the 19th century, and the subsequent growth of capital-intensive industry improved on these and other basic techniques." The book goes back to say, he used the concept of time study to analyze the motions and tasks required to do a job and to develop the most efficient ways to perform that job. The article and the book connect by providing a detailed way to show how scientific management has progressed over the past 75 and continuous years, shows how we got to where we are now, and proves that it is needed in the workforce. And now here to talk about competitive advantage is Hannah Villalobos.
Because Jacob Spalding and I have the same article, I'm going to give a background on competitive advantage, and then Jacob will dig deeper into the article. The book quote I chose is, more generally, organizations pursue competitive advantage in the following ways: through cost, quality, delivery, and flexibility. The main focus of our article will be achieved through delivery, and it connects with main linking concepts of competitive advantage and the ways to achieve it.
The name of our article is Strategy in the Internet by Michael E. Porter, and it talks a lot about how a business can use the internet to provide a competitive advantage over their competition. One of the quotes I had pulled out of the article was, "If average profitability is under pressure in many industries influenced by the internet, it becomes all the more important for individual companies to set themselves apart from the pack, to be more profitable than the average performer. The only way to do so is by achieving a sustainable competitive advantage." This connects to the book because the article talks about how the internet is an avenue for businesses and other competitors and even customers to view your business online. And now talking about human sustainability is Sophia Vitali.
I was intrigued by endnotes 50 and 51 in Chapter 4. Schermerhorn wrote about the importance of sustainability as more than environmentally focused, but as vital to human and social resources. He quoted and referenced Jeffrey Pfeffer, author of Building Sustainable Organizations, The Human Factor. Pfeffer addresses the issue of organizational effects on employee mortality and morbidity. Companies like Walmart are taking strides in reducing their environmental impact, but are not paying attention to the people working for them. According to Pfeffer, 46% of Walmart workers utilized federal welfare programs in 2005. The people part of the 3 Ps of organizational performance, people, planet, and profit, is being ignored because the physical environment has recently been in the spotlight, becoming more government regulated. There is yet to be a modern movement for employee welfare on as grand a scale as environmental sustainability. Pfeffer and Schermerhorn wrote in total agreement about the importance of human focus in all firms. Pfeffer in particular explored how things like health benefits, layoff prevention, and improved job design can lead to happier and healthier employees, which leads to greater firm success. After group discussion, we found that all of our sections connected in the following way. An emphasis on scientific management can improve job design and consequently improve employee health and satisfaction. Forming relationships and providing support in the workplace will create job satisfaction. This focus on retaining happy employees will in turn give firms competitive advantage in their market.